Hey everyone, week 6 of e-learning. So that means we have less than a month left. Exciting stuff. We're going to get right to it, but before we start, please notice if you have not turned in a Melcon for the short story The Egg, you should be focusing on that first. So please, if you have not done that yet and you are getting some work done, email me and we will set up an alternative schedule for you so we can make this a successful experience for you, okay? So please shoot me an email if that is the case for you. Moving on to Monday and Tuesday of this week, May 11th and 12th, we're going to be reading a short story and applying it to some of our thoughts and experiences. This story is called In the Eye of the Storm. It's based on a true story. It's pretty entertaining. I think you'll like it. So it's a 3-page short story and then, well, really 2 1/4. So it just barely leaks onto a 3rd page. And then after that, you are going to answer 6 questions at the end of the story. So you have Monday and Tuesday to get that done. Whether you read one day and do the questions another or knock it all out at once, that's up to you. But this is going to be under the assignment titled number 14, Miracles, and it is going to be due this Friday, May 15th at midnight. Let's take a look at that. If we go up to our classwork tab, 14, Miracles. So we are going to notice a short description here. Read the 3-page short story. After that, we're answering the 6 questions. Spread it out, whatever you need to do. It's worth 10 points. The points per question are listed next to each question. So if we take a look at this really quick, In the Eye of the Storm, that's our short story. We have our author's name here, Max Lucado, and we're just going to read through it. So we got it here. It starts with an older man named Eddie, and then I will let you read the rest, but you can read through. Shouldn't be too many challenging or confusing words or themes here. I think it's just one that you would more likely enjoy more than anything else. And then you can notice these 2 pictures are going to kind of illustrate some things that you've seen in the story. That'll make more sense once you've read. Directions for the questions. So notice they're on the 4th page. It is in the same document as the story. Directions. Please read through the questions below. Follow the directions for each question in order to answer them to the best of your ability. Type your response underneath each question, meaning you are typing on this document. You will turn this in after you have spell checked, and you'll turn it in via Google Classroom. Make sure you hit that submit button so I know it's for sure turned in and you are done with it. First question is going to be working on theme. Remember, a theme is a universal statement about life that you can learn from reading this story. So a theme should have some sort of phrase of uncertainty, can, maybe, sometimes, something along the lines of that. That is going to tell our reader that you are right either way. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Boom, there you go. But a theme should not have a specific character name because it is not universal. If we're only talking about Eddie, it's not going to apply to anyone else who reads this. It's not about their life, it's about his. So we want this to be universal. We want this to be about everyone. And you should not be telling a reader what to do. So it shouldn't say people should listen to what they're told. All right. You're telling them what to say, or I'm sorry, what to do. That is not something we are trying to accomplish here. So this should be 1 sentence, 2 points. Quoting and citing. You are just writing a 1-sentence quote that answers the following question. Where did Eddie and his crew crash land? Okay. That is just plainly stated in the story. If you've read it, you should be able to find that out. But I want to point out how we are writing a quote. Remember, we are starting with context, and then we are using a comma to connect this incomplete clause to the quote, all right? That is a huge deal, and that is something that I will always be looking for when we're quoting. After that, we need to make sure to have our citation. Simply the last name, which is listed at the top of the the short story, and then the page number. The page numbers are listed in the top right-hand corner of each page, followed by a period after the parentheses. Notice this is 3 points. This is the big thing, the most important one that we are working on. So I want to make sure you know how to do that. 3, paraphrasing. What is a miracle? Define what it means in your own words. So you're paraphrasing, you're taking what you've read or what you think and you're putting it into your own words. Text to self connection. That was one of our goals. So we're applying what we've read and relating to it. That is a really good way to learn, taking what you are working with and then applying it to your own life so you know what it means to you. First one, do you believe in miracles? Why or why not? Answer in at least 3 sentences. You're simply telling me yes or no, and then why. That is the most important part. We're explaining our ideas. and providing support. Number 5, another text-to-self connection. Has anyone ever judged you before they knew your full story, just like some people may have judged Eddie? If so, how did it make you feel? If not, how do you think it would make someone feel? So you're answering that in 1 to 2 sentences again as well. Last one here, main idea creation. So we use a main idea at the beginning of all our Melcons, right? We have that topic, verb, position, reason. So our topic, we are restating the question. The question is Eddie crazy for following the ritual with the seagulls and the shrimp? Why or why not? So you're restating the question as the topic. Then you're going to have a verb. I'll give you a hint on this one. It's going to be is, okay? It's a passive verb. You don't really see it happening, but it's still the action of being. Position, answer the question, crazy or not, and then a reason, tell me why. Okay, so we should have all of that combined into one sentence to answer number 6. So that is that assignment. Heading back to the rest of the schedule, Wednesday is another independent learning day, which we started last week on Wednesdays. So there are no new assignments that day. So do not feel like you have to try anything in my class that day. That is your time to try things on your own for whatever you see fit. Thursday, we are going to be doing a small reflection. So this is assignment number 15, influence response. If we go to classroom, it's still going to be due May 15th, Friday at midnight. So we go to this one. Here's our prompt. There's no attachment. So you're going to need to create your own document and then attach it and submit when you are done. Your job is to think about who the most influential person in your life is, meaning who has made the biggest difference in your life. All you need to do is write a paragraph about that person. Tell me who they are, how do you know them, like what's your relation to them perhaps, where are they from, what do they do, just so I have some background knowledge on them. And then probably the most important part, tell me why or how this person has been the biggest influence on you. So hopefully it's positive, but I want you to tell me why. You could tell a short story about that shows me how, or you could just more broadly explain some of the big things that they've helped you with or they've done for you, okay? Probably looking at 5 to 7 total sentences. You can always write more, but that's probably going to be the ballpark if you can accomplish all these things. I don't really think it should take too long, so don't worry about it too much, but just be honest. It's based on your personal opinion and experience. So there's no research, there's no reading. You're just simply explaining your opinion and giving me some info to give me some more details about that. Just a 5-point assignment, shouldn't take too long. It's going to be awarded based on meeting the criteria above, and then, of course, using that proper grammar, sentence structure, spelling. Please make sure you spell check before you submit, and then always trying to use some details to make our readers more easily understand what our main points are being. Still due midnight, Friday May 15th, like I said. And then hopefully this might inspire you to reach out to that person and just check in on them, say, hey, see what's going on. That would be nice. All right, that is, Friday. So Friday itself, the 15th, is going to be similar to last Friday. It's a day to make up missing work. If you have not done the Melcon, that needs to be item number 1. Otherwise, if you're missing other things, work on them and make sure to submit them so I get an alert, and I will be grading those and marking those off in Skyward as they come in. Otherwise, if you don't have any missing work for Friday, the time is yours. Have some more independent learning. Do whatever you see fit. Enjoy it. You can always read. I would always recommend that, but the time is yours to do what you choose. All right. Couple of reminders. Do these in order, please. Follow the directions listed on the assignments. That should help. This video is always helpful. Come back to it if you need it. All assignments are due Friday, May 15th at midnight. Email me at this address anytime with questions or comments. You can also use the private message or comment feature on the Google Classroom assignments. That's worked really well too. I'm going to be at my computer between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, even on Wednesday when you don't have actual assignments per se. So anytime you need something, let me know. If it's during that time, I should get back to you. If not, I'll get back to you as soon as possible, with the latest being the next morning. We are still tracking people who are checking in and those who aren't. So the way that you're going to be checking in is simply getting your work done, getting that submitted, or messaging me with questions. finally, keep up the good work. Like I said, we're less than a month out. I know it hasn't been easy, but you're doing a good job, and just keep at it. Let me know what I can do to help at any time. And I'm looking forward to reading some really good things this week. Thanks a lot.